So now we're going to look at solving by substitution with systems of equations. So we're going to start here. With substitution, you're going to have to solve for one equation and then plug it into the other. What you need to do is you need to find the variable that's the easiest to solve for. So for us in number 7, that will be y. So I'm going to take and I'm going to solve that equation for y. To do that, I'm going to subtract 5x on both sides. So I get y is equal to negative 5x minus 12. Now, I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it into the other equation for y. So I have 6x minus 3y, but instead of y, we're going to use negative 5x minus 12 equals 15. Now we're going to solve this for x. So we can't do anything with that, so we bring it down. Now we distribute to get positive 15x. Positive 36 equals 15. Combine like terms. And we can go ahead and subtract 36 on both sides. We have 21x is equal to negative 21. Divide both sides by 21. X equals negative 1. Now we take that and we plug it back into this equation for x. So we're going to do y is equal to negative 5 times negative 1 minus 12, which will give us y is equal to 5 minus 12, which is negative 7. So our solution here is negative 1, negative 7. Now we're going to look at number 8. So the easiest part to solve for here will be x. So we're going to take that equation, we're going to solve it for x. Add 5y to both sides. X is equal to 5y minus 24. So that is what we're going to plug into this equation here. So we're going to do negative 3x, but instead of x, we're going to use 5y minus 24 plus 15y equals 72. So from here, we're going to distribute that negative 3 to get negative 15y, then 3 times 24. That'll give us positive 72. And then we have positive 15y equals 72. Here, combine like terms, both of those things. So they cancel out because it's negative 15 plus 15. And we get 72 equals 72, which is a true statement. So this means it is infinite solutions. You could have also looked at it as if you subtracted both 72 on both sides and got 0 equals 0. That is an infinite solution as well. Either way you write it, you will get full points for that. So for number 9, the easiest one to solve for would either be x or y. When they're both with a coefficient of 1, I usually pick the positive one if there is one. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick x. Now I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to add y on both sides. X is equal to y minus 8. Then I'm going to plug that into that first equation. So we're going to do 3 times y minus 8 minus 3y is equal to negative 8. From here, distribute. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. Minus 3y is equal to negative 8. Now, from here, again, combine like terms. 3y minus 3y is 0y, so those cancel and we get negative 24 equals negative 8. That is not a true statement, so this is no solution. Number 10, easiest one to solve for here would be y. So I'm going to take and solve that for y by subtracting 5x on both sides. So I get y is equal to negative 5x minus 16. I also could have done this y, but again, this one's positive, so I'm going to do it because it's a little bit easier. One less step. And then I'm going to plug that into that first equation. So we're going to do 2x minus y, but our y is negative 5x minus 16. And then we equal 2. So we get 2x, a negative and a negative make a positive. Positive equals 2. Combine like terms, that is 7x. Subtract 16 on both sides equals negative 14. Divide by 7. x is equal to negative 2. We're going to plug that into this equation. Y equals negative 5 times negative 2 minus 16. So we get 10 minus 16, which is negative 6. So our solution is negative 2, comma, negative 6. Now we're going to look at 11. Easiest one to solve for here would be x. So we're going to solve that for x by subtracting 6y on both sides, and we get x is equal to negative 6y plus 16. And we're going to plug that into the second equation. So we have negative 2 times negative 6y plus 16 minus 12y equals negative 32. Then we're going to distribute to get positive 12y. Negative 32 minus 12y equals negative 32. Combine our like terms. I can add 32 to both sides. 12y minus 12y is 0, so those cancel. And we get 0 equals 0, which again gives us infinite solutions. Now we're going to look at number 12. So we're going to find the variable that's the easiest to solve for. In this case, it would be x. We're going to solve for that, so subtract 6y on both sides, and we get x is equal to negative 6y minus 1. We're going to plug that in here. So we're going to plug in and do negative 3x, which is going to give us negative 6y minus 1 times minus 18y equals negative 2. Distribute positive 18y, positive 3, negative 18y equals negative 2. From here, combine like terms. 18y and negative 18y gives us 0, and we get 3 equals negative 2. That is not true, so it is no solution. And that is solving by substitution.